Hey, welcome to our podcast, Between the Shores. Good to have you here. November. My goodness.
November 3rd.
Yes.
Yes.
And beautiful sunshine.
Yes.
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 We've had a lot of sun, but rain's a surprise. So,
That's right.
yeah. And it's been
We don't mind a little bit of rain.
Yeah, no.
It's good.
And we're
It's
going to
good for
get a little
the fields and the farmers.
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more, but the sunshine is enjoyable.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
And so today was part 2 of last week's sermon, and got a title, He Spoke. So Listen to Him was last week, and He Spoke.
Is this week.
Is this week.
And it connected really well to the wheel you were presenting to us.
Yes,
The wheel had spokes.
And I looked for wagon wheels at Kay's, but they were all out.
I know, I had to find one in my backyard.
Yeah. No,
well,
but the wagon wheel candies, or pastries or whatever they are.
Exactly. As kids, I remember the wagon wheels and the lunch. I was always like, well, sometimes you eat them first and then you get your sandwich after.
Oh, of course. It's only proper. That's how you know a kid is well developed and eat the
self-control.
Because that could go. Someone could take that.
Well, that's the thing, right?
At least in my school.
You could have kids going through other kids' lunches and taking their stuff.
Oh,
you just don't know. Yeah. And then you think, but Mom forgot to put a wagon wheel in today.
Yeah. And
then your mom's like, no, I didn't.
We had Ho-Hos and Twinkies, which were awful.
Oh, see, I didn't have those.
Yeah, no, I grew up in America. So,
in America.
You know. Yep.
We had Smarties here.
Yep. Nope.
Yep.
Smarties were rockets.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. You didn't have those.
Yeah.
And well, we won't keep going about fun food, but we wanted just to talk a little bit about our own journeys with listening to the Lord and then hearing Him speak.
Yes.
Just to share what it looks like for us and to just remind everyone that we are on the journey with you. We do not have all the answers and we have not figured it all out and we have not arrived and nor will we.
Yep.
Because on this side of heaven, we're all on a journey to become like Jesus. And that's the discipleship journey.
Yep.
To become like Him, not to do more for Him. We're going to learn how to follow Him and what He asks of us as we learn to be like Him.
Yep.
But this discipleship journey is about learning to become like Him. And so we are on a journey with you. And we know the pressures of how life makes it sometimes difficult to hear and difficult to recognize His voice. And so what are some of the things that we've learned on our journey of that piece? So, so Joel, in terms of, we'll start with you, in terms of listening to Him, what are some of your current practice that you've honed in years of just doing life that are valuable to you now? Because we go through phases when things are really effective in certain seasons, and so it will shift, it will change. Like I'm sure when you had kids busy with career, that it's different than it would be now with grown children, right?
Yes.
And so
much. And in different areas of ministry, it's been different because of different responsibilities and other things. As a youth pastor, it was this. And, as a lead pastor, it was this. And as a staff pastor, they're all different.
They're all different.
And when I worked at AMHC or Harvest House, you get different rhythms of how your life and your day are going.
Yes. And it's important to recognize that there's rhythms.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we think, well, I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
So something's wrong with me. Where it's like, actually, that's usually a sign that it's time to look at, you need to shift your rhythm.
Yeah.
Does it need to change?
Yeah. Like for me, I do my own personal Bible study in prayer time and stuff in the morning in my house. Mm-hmm. I've always been an early riser, even to my parents' detriment. But they were early risers.
But you sleep in, child. No.
Never. No. Like, don't you sleep? Not even in the car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my parents loved it. But so I do my personal devotional time then, which is mainly, even more so now, it's for my family.
Sure.
It's for my sons and my daughter-in-law, for my wife, for even my dogs. I pray for them because they need it.
Well, and our homes are places of, like, this is where we reside, right?
Yep. And so, I want what God has for that.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I'm laying all that down to Him too in the morning. And
that's good. Giving it to Him in the morning.
Yeah. And that's not work.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Which there needs to be that differentiation, and but yet is a part of, if that's not a part of how I'm living, if I don't have my house in order, I take that to work.
Yes.
And so I really want to do that too.
Yeah.
So that's very much a part. Like for me right now, the way our system is, I have both dogs, one on each arm, and my Bible, and I do Bible recap.
Yep.
I do another Bible reading, and I usually do some prayers that I do for my whole family and everything. A daily prayer, basically, from Wild at Heart stuff.
And so I just want to stop on that for a moment, because I have the same thing. I like written prayers to help me focus.
Yep.
And I want to say there's value in that, because I know there was a period in my life where I don't know where the thought came from, or if it was something that was taught, I don't know. But it was like, you got to just pray on your own. You don't need to depend on anybody else. Like, you just need to have that conversation with the Lord. And
growing up Catholic, I didn't want any written prayers.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no. Okay. Because it was the rosary.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And so I didn't want anything like that. Yeah.
Okay, so that we're like,
and here I am sitting here with
the Common Book of Prayer.
Common Book of Prayers right here.
And I grew up, of course, Pentecostal, so there was just that piece where, like, you got to just have that relationship, Lord. You need to pray.
If it's not real and authentic, it's not.
Exactly. And so I've learned to discover in the last number of years the value of prayers from the saints, or people who just have lived such a life of prayer, that they have language that I don't have, that I can gain from a prayer that's written out, that I can I can take lines and pray more into it, but it helps guide me and helps focus me in such a distracted culture. So I think I love that piece, and I've started to actually adopt that as well. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. And at times, not as much now, but I think I'm going that way, is back into journaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That just,
writing down.
Thursday we did a
staff mini retreat that we do quarterly. Yeah.
And man, my journaling exploded, and I'm like, oh, I think God wants me to do this again more.
Yeah, and I've been told that journaling, so this would be through my years of spiritual direction with my director, journaling, they call it the language of the heart. And so when you put pen to paper, it's your heart really begins to reveal itself, and you really can start to have this dialogue with the Lord and with your heart deeper issues. So journaling is very beneficial.
And another big process, not just in the daily office, excuse me, is I flesh out a lot of stuff with my wife.
Sure. Like you verbally process and talk through things.
Yep. Big verbal processor. And like too much. But she's really good at that. And also, so she's becoming more and more of that. Like that's one thing. And
that's something you can share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we walk and talk after supper, take our dog out for a walk.
Yeah.
And we talk through a lot of that stuff. We do like a big walk, usually on the weekend.
Okay.
Like 6 kilometers or so. We try to, and we usually do a lot of stuff. In fact, most of the parts of this message, the wheel and other stuff, came on our walks.
Yes.
Just processing some of this together. And the way my wife hears from God is so different than me.
Mm-hmm. But it's usually the case.
But she's really attuned. Now, what's funny is she'll hear one part.
Yes.
And then I'll hear the other. And I'll hear the other parts. And one thing God's done in both of us for years is what he's doing in my heart, he's doing in her heart, even when we're separate.
Sure.
Like we were at it, and it all started, I was at a conference.
It's amazing how the Lord does that. Like
I was at a conference and I was calling home, and she was like, I'm reading the same thing. And that was going on, and we're like, okay, so we need to talk back and forth, because the same thing was going on in both of our hearts in different ways.
Yes, and
it was confirmation.
But it's some of the oneness I think of marriage, that as we choose to say, Lord, you are, that third. There's 3 in a marriage, right? That the 3 strands make a stronger rope, right? Like there's just something beautiful that he's intertwining as you both focus on him, and then his biggest concern is our hearts, and so he wants to be able to bring those together. So that's beautiful.
And we're so different, so that it balances each other. Like there's things where Vicky's like, well, where does it say this? Early on in our relationship, she didn't know where a lot of stuff was in the Bible.
Fair, because it's a big book.
Well, and I mean, I'm the one that went to Bible school and studied it and stuff, and she didn't. I mean, I can remember we were on a mission trip, and we were moving all these boxes, and a box of Bibles fell off the shelf and hit her in the head.
Oh, no.
And she said, I got to get into the Word. You know, it was a bad joke, but it was really after that, she started to really like consume her Bible more than ever before.
Yeah.
But before that, she just didn't, I mean, she read it, but she didn't like devour it like she was. And that was a shift.
Yeah. That's part of what happens.
Yeah, I played that role a lot in our relationship where I knew where stuff was.
Sure.
And she was getting words, but didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
And so now, and it's shifted back and forth where it's often she's getting, like she's going into the Greek and
digging into the deeper study.
And I'm like, this is what I'm sensing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So good. So good.
But how about for you?
For me, mornings also, I've not always been a morning person. I'm often called a day person. I do my best work in the middle of the day. Not too early, not too late.
That's like Jesus, right? Gotta work when it is called today. Yeah.
Live in today. But for the last number of years, though, it's shifted. The morning's quiet. I can focus. But I can't just sit still too long, because I tend to then I either can get sleepy or just not as focused. So I have to be moving, and so I will often do like stretching exercises and listen to the Lectio. So I listen to the Lectio and
Lectio 360.
360 app for prayer. And then I'll do the Bible recap. So Bible recap, I'll spend some time there. And then if there's something that jumps out at me, I'll spend some time just pondering with the Lord. What is it that you want me to understand about this verse that jumped out at me? And what is it that you're trying to speak? So I'll spend some time just kind of chewing on it. And I use the word chewing because I've learned that meditation means to chew on, over and over. And growing up on a farm with cows, the cows would chew their cud and they would chew it for a long time. And so chew on it, let it digest deep into your system. So I would chew on it for a bit. And then the Lectio 365, I'll spend some time just lingering on just the prayer points there, things that they're calling out. And then after that, I will also do like some prayers for my family and for my home, like what you've described, using a prayer format that's already been laid out for me. And from there, if there's anything else that I feel the Lord kind of is highlighting, I'll go a little bit deeper into prayer on that. And I often have found, and I don't know if it's because of the senior pastor role I'm in, that sometimes there'll be parts of the church that will come into my prayer time as well as kind of like the mom of the house. Or there's some things that tend to sometimes come into my prayer time then as well. So I'll just linger there. And then since my sabbatical, I've really felt the Lord impress upon me to really spend time praying for like my home and my marriage and just even like I'd love to garden, and I was struggling with the gardening this year with the earwigs. So I was like, he's like, pray for your plants. I'm like, really? Yeah. He's like, yes, pray for your garden, pray for your plants, pray for those things. Like they're not like they're things that they matter to you, they matter to me. Yeah. And so pray for them. Yep. And so the Lord has been taking me on a journey of going deeper into prayer. And so it is mornings that I spend doing that, but I do tend to be moving, whether I'm stretching or, sitting and doing breathing exercises and just using my body as part of that time with him. And then I will often take time to sit and then journal anything that's highlighted. And so I was really good through my sabbatical, and the last couple of weeks I've struggled to find the time. And so it's like things come in and you feel rushed, and it's like, oh, so that's part of reality, is that those things can sometimes feel like, okay, how do I do this? But then it's because it's a desire. I want to do it. It's like, okay, Lord, help me figure out. I've struggled the last couple of weeks. I want to get back into this. Like he'll fight for us because he wants that time for us. And so we can lay that before him. And then evenings, I take about 20 minutes in the evening, and I read Psalm 91, and I just go through that and pray for my home and pray for all that's happened in the day. And remember that I am under his refuge. My home is under his refuge. The church is under his refuge. Again, carrying that peace. And I just pray Psalm 91. And then I go into a guided prayer. And then I go through the Lectio 365. And I do that also laid out stretching as well as I prepare for rest. And I do it in a room that's either candlelit or dark. So I'm beginning to come down from the day. And Lord, I release the day to you. I release all that's happened to you. I give it to you. And then when I go to bed, I'm just like, I can just go to sleep.
We've been doing that more in the evening as we're going to bed. Like we'll put it on the nightstand and stuff, which is good. But
yes, it helps at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
Don't do it enough, but we do it. Oh, here we go, almost at 15 minutes.
Okay. And so the evening helps, and I would love to get into the rhythm of the afternoon office. And some days I'm good at it, some days I'm not. It's still a journey of remembering just to stop in the midst of the busy day and just, Lord, what are you speaking? Recapture my heart. I want to remind me that I'm abiding with you. It's not about what I want to accomplish today. It's about what you want to accomplish. And so constantly reminding myself of that piece. But it's, again,
like you did the pause app too during COVID, right?
That's right. That's the guided prayers I was using. It was in the pause. The pause app is John Eldridge's app, and it's got such good prayers in it.
And just spelled pause. And
exactly. So I love that app. And there's a morning and an evening prayer. Those are the ones I've been using.
And they do afternoon on that too now.
Yes. Oh, they do now. I didn't see that. So,
in the new book.
In the new book, okay. Because Electio 365 has the afternoon one that I often use. So.
I like that.
But so those are there's tools out there to help us.
Yeah.
And so you're not left on your own to try to figure it out. It's something that you can look for something that speaks to where you are in your life to find that rhythm. So.
And I like to, and when we do in the new year, the Sunday seminar on listening to God.
Yeah, so we are planning that. Just so you guys know, we're planning to do a seminar.
Some material that I'm going to share in that, I'm going to have different people. I'd love to have you come and share your methodology with that.
Yeah.
But is some stuff from John Fenn where he talks about when Jesus has spoken on something, he's often silent because he's already said it.
And we just
and he wants you to seek it.
Yeah.
And that reminded me, we need to be quiet.
Yes.
To sometimes remember he's already said that.
Yeah.
And it's still there.
It's not gone anywhere.
Yeah. And like in today's reading again in John in the Bible recap.
Yes.
God said this for their sake.
Yes, but he spoke.
Yeah, he speaks for us.
Yeah, Jesus already knew.
Yeah, I know this.
For him.
Yeah, this isn't for me. And that is so encouraging to me. Like I'm like, God, thank you that you do this for us.
Yes, because he loves us. And
if your experience isn't the same,
exactly, he's able. And, yes, and also too, he knows how you're designed. And so if you're not a morning person, it's finding, I know some people would often, if you got for people who are in the cities, if you have a long commute, people would often use that time. And then oftentimes people use nighttime as well. Before they go to bed, they might take an hour time before they go to bed, rather than watching TV or being on their social media feed. They say, Lord, I want you. Yeah. And so making time then. So finding your time of day. Yeah.
I used to have a guy who was a contractor, and he sat in his truck at lunch. Yeah. And that was his devotion. And wow, in the middle of the afternoon, he goes, my truck was my sanctuary.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So it's, again, you can find that space. Yep. And I used to work in retail in the malls. So West Edmonton Mall, huge mall. I always found that there's those little corners of quiet. So I had my little corners in West Edmonton Mall. I'd go on my lunch break and just sit and quiet.
We had one like that at a mall in Fredericton. It was a cone of silence. They had a big skylight, and you could hear nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is very cool. So don't think it has to look a certain way. And one thing in terms of, we didn't really get into, but even how he speaks to us. Yeah. And so, and God, he knows our language. And so like we were talking earlier before we came onto the podcast, he can speak to us even in numbers. And so sometimes I'll be walking and I'll see a house number and it just stands out. And I'm like, why does this, I don't know who lives there. Why is this house number standing out? And I started to recognize, it's chapter verse. And so if it was like 601, it's either, for me, I always knew it was either Isaiah or Psalms. It's often because those are the books that tend to have a lot of prophetic and prayer. And so so it could be Isaiah 60 verse 1. It could be a Psalm 60 verse 1. So then I look and say, this is what you're trying to speak to me, Lord. And it was always just the right thing. So again, he can use numbers. He can use being out in a walk in nature, related to something that you're seeing, like fall is coming, the leaves are falling. It's a shift of seasons. He could be speaking about a variety.
Time change.
Yes. Time change, a change of things in your life.
Yep.
And so if something stands out to you that seems to be lingering,
Yeah.
it's like you start to ask the Lord, what is it that you're trying to speak to me?
Yeah, that God highlights and begin to recognize him highlighting.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because those things don't go away. They
Yeah.
stick with you, and then you kind of go, wait a minute.
Yep.
What's going on here? So just to encourage you to take the time to do that. And time can be difficult. We both get that piece. We were talking about that too. But that's what you can give to the Lord. Say, God, I give you my time. Like, help me see. I want more of you. Help me find the time to do that. And he will help us do that. So
He's listening and he's speaking. We got to listen.
Yeah.
We need to speak.
Yes. Yeah, we need to speak as well. And something that I want to leave you guys with that my spiritual director often would say to me is, along that top tone of he speaks, that the Trinity, the Godhead, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are always in communion.
Yes.
And they're always speaking. And in his office, he had, I saw this picture once of the Godhead, the picture, like a picture painted, but it was just the backs. And they were all leaned in to one another, like listening closely to one another. And my spiritual director reminded me they're always speaking. It's about us getting quiet so we can hear his voice and listen to what they're speaking, because it's just an ongoing communion. So it just always helped me to think about he's always speaking. He's not silent.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels like he's silent. Like I get that part of the journey too. And there's often reasons that we need to ask him, why do you feel silent right now, God? What is up? So yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, have a great week, everyone.
Yeah.
And this coming Sunday, Colby.
And he gets one of my favorite passages.
Yes.
I love Colossians
3, 1 through 11.
Yeah.
And then, there's lots of things to dig into there. So come join us Sunday if you can, in person or online. But we'll be back here on Monday to talk about that as well. So have a great week, and take the time just to be present with him.
Yep.
And even if it starts with a few minutes, it all makes a difference.
Amen.
Amen.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.